What's up, everybody? Are you like me and you drive older vehicles because you can't justify the price of a new vehicle? Ridiculous. That being said, look at these old, look, they ain't even that tight in there. They're all fogged over, not putting out a whole lot of light. So today, we're going to swap these out with some Trail Runner Custom yellow lights. A few things about these. They got a nice 3D printed housing. They're direct plug. You can get them in clear or this yellow amber color. Also, they are street legal. You're allowed to drive these things on the street. So we're going to pop these old dirty grungy ones out, and we're going to put these new fancy ones in. And it's really going to give old Tundra here a nice new look as opposed to spending 80 grand on a new one. First, we're going to have to get this splash guard out of the way. Should be like a 10 millimeter bolt. I don't think I'll take the whole thing out. I just want it far enough away that I can get to the back of the light tucked up in there. Okay. Drill check. Drill check. Everybody knows that's what you're supposed to do. I don't want them tight. Well, that was good. Alright, let's see if these three bottom ones are enough. Let's see, there is this plastic clip here. And you can slide. Yeah, look at all these rocks coming out here. You should be able to slide this kind of out of your way. And then we're gonna unplug this fog light. Let me show you what we got going on here. So as you can see, we can get to the back of this fog light easier. There's your light bulb. This is the connector. Just gotta press down on that. You want to be careful not to press too hard, you'll break it. If you are having trouble with it, maybe try a little bit of compressed air. You might have a rock or something in there causing it to bind up on you. See, the last set I did of these, I had to pretty much just get a fancy thin little screwdriver in enough to pop that plastic out, and then the light just will go straight forward. So we'll give that a shot and see what that does for us. So we got this. It's pretty slim. I mean, you don't want to get too aggressive with it because you're going to mess up your paint on the inside here. But if you look in there, you'll be able to see where that tab is. And you just kind of start one side. And you can see, where's that other side? There it is. Start that other side. And just kind of give her a little persuasion there. Might have to pop under and see this other side. Okay, that one's out. Now I just gotta get it to come just a little bit more out there. Come on. Well, you know what it is? The back, there's a plastic little guide piece. Let me go grab some pliers. You should be able to just pinch the back side of that enough with some pliers to get it to pop through that plastic housing. I believe that should be all that's holding us up. Oh yeah. That little squeeze there. A little bit more pressure. Okay. Now, boom. what you have there is an antique light. I know it's antique, but might be able to fix these little dollars up, but not today. So in your box, you're going to have these nice fancy lights. It's also going to have what side they go on. This one says P top, so that tells me passenger side. Of course, that's the one I opened first. Okay, so while we got this apart, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It'll be easier to look at it. Grab you off the old stand around down here. So you see, that's the little tabs that you're just kind of pushing out and pushing out, and then that hole in the back is where this little guy for aiming it, and you can see the little tabs here. I just put a little pressure on it with some pliers, just nice and gentle, got it pinched in, and then pushed with a little bit of pressure, and it popped right out. So the back of these lights, it has all the little knobbers on there, but it is not going to have that adjustment piece. So my guess is this is thick enough that it just presses against this back piece here and holds it nice and tight. Now I don't know that the tight is going to be fit on this one, but we're fixing to give her a shot. I'm gonna put you back on the stand so I can have two hands. Okay. So we want the top. We want this towards the top. We're just gonna put this right in. And that's a nice. That fits tighter than the factory one did. So kudos to you, Trail Runner Customs. Exactly what this old girl needed. Now you shouldn't need any tools to trim, but you want to make sure that you get it far enough in that your latches latch. Just give her a little push and you'll be able to tell if it's in or not. Then I might just have to push a little bit more. But I think that's in. We'll double check them. Feels like it is. That one definitely is. Okay. I don't think that's coming out. I lied to you. Well, I didn't have it all the way in there, as you could tell. So there's only a clip on the one on the outside, not on the inside. So I think as long as I get that clip in there, then it should be. I think I might have to give her a little love on the outside of here. Not much, just a little bit. Because otherwise, I'm not getting back far enough, I don't think. That felt good. It's not binding up anywhere. Maybe that was the ticket. There. Okay, so that's what it is. I need to take a little bit off of. Maybe I got it that time. Let me grab a mirror and a flashlight. Good old flashlights. Never charged when you need them. Okay, so that last one got it. I wasn't all the way in on the first one. That's what it was. So never mind, I don't got to trim nothing. It's a nice tight little fit. Looks good. Now for the direct plug-in part. Should just be able to go like being these are LED, I'm gonna try it because I might have to flip the plug over. Go start it. Or not start it, I'll just see if it comes on. Looks like it's on. Oh yeah. Sorry if I just blinded everybody on there. So we're gonna repeat the steps on the other side, and then we got something else to add in on this video as well that they also have sent us. It's nothing new you haven't seen before. But let's get this one button back up. Got that one. You gotta make sure you got a plastic little clip here. I'll be careful not to break it. There we go. And I'm just gonna start these by hand. Also, gonna turn the old Ugga Duggas down since we're only going into plastic. Now you may notice, let me show you. See the threads on this dude right there? As opposed to the threads on that guy. This one's going to be into the metal part. The rest of these with this wider on there is going to go into your plastic. Just so you know, you're not trying to Ugga Dugga one of these plastic ones into steel. So on my machine here, I'm going to turn it down to a 1. Put it in the old Titan mode. That should be plenty tight. Pretty tight. That one was already stripped out. Can you believe that? It's almost as if this truck is super old or something. Okay, I'm going to take this other side apart and I'll get back with you when I'm done. Okay, as promised, check this rad dude out. Whoa, kid toys. Got them all plugged in, everything's all buttoned back up. Let's jump to the next little part of this video. And some as you might know, I swapped grill out on my wife's Sequoia. So in here, we got a grill for this. Now I'm not gonna go full into detail on how I'm gonna wire all this in, what exactly it takes to install this grill. I'll tag the other video in this video so you can go follow on how I'm gonna wire all this up. Now I did take, before I received one of these rad grills, and I put little lights in here myself. And I thought I did a pretty good job, other than they're not that bright. You can't see them unless it's dark out and you're driving without any lights. Is the only way you can see them in there. They're a little too hidden. So this grill, oh, struggle through this one. As you can tell, it's been paint matched. Um, they don't offer paint matching, so this one was on. It was a customer's that totaled this truck. So hopefully that guy's all right. But also, let's take a moment of silence for the old first gen that is no longer with us. Probably getting crushed somewhere. Okay, let's pop the hood, pull this grill out, and we'll put this one on. I did get the lights for this one as well, so we'll be careful installing this one since it's all painted. Hopefully whoever the other individual had paint this was a real credible painter. It looks clean. I just hope it's gonna last as much as that one did itself. Okay, the hood popped. You're gonna take these bolts out across the top there. Man, look at that. I had Deutsch connectors, everything. So we're just gonna unplug this one right here, and then all this can stay with the grill, and I'll try to wire the other one up. Sorry, I'm not even feeling what I'm looking at. We'll unplug this one here, then the rest of this wire will stay with this grill, and then I'll work on wiring in the rest of it just like that one is. All right, so we got the grill installed. We'll spin this around, got the lights on, be able to see what it looks like. Again, for what I did with the grill, installing it, finding the power and the ground for it, I've made a previous video on a 2003 Sequoia, completely identical how I wired it in. So let's swap this out and check it out. Okay, that's going to conclude today's video. Short, sweet, but putting these fog lights in there is a really simple task. It should take probably 15 to 30 minutes, maybe an hour if you're not as mechanically inclined, but it's super simple to do. I have faith in you. But it looks good. This is now the cleanest part of the truck. So now I got to go wash the dang thing so that it looks halfway decent going down the road. And again, big thank you to our friends over at Trail Runner Customs sending us these parts and making these parts for these older vehicles, especially the first gens. If you're watching this, you know that there's not a big aftermarket world for these. It's real slim. Hopefully, being the older vehicles, they'll be able to come up in the ranks. But again, thank you to them. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And just in your order notes, just tell them that old Star Spangled Garage send them your way and get you some. Then you can be driving down the road and be able to see when it's foggy, snowy, all that crummy weather. Thank you.